Fit and healthy people don't think about discipline. They think about having systems. They design systems so they can succeed. They think about what are the inputs that I have to do today that will lead me to achieve this certain goal, whether it's physique, getting better health, better skin, better digestion, all of these things. And non-fit people who try to be fit and healthy think about discipline. They try to be disciplined, and this is why they fail. You cannot be disciplined with something that you don't like. A quick example would be, you can be the most disciplined person on the face of the earth with studying math. But if you're trying to study the hardest equation first, you'll burn out, you'll get stressed, and you will eventually fail and give up because you don't have a system, you don't have the right inputs, you don't have a design that will help you learn this more advanced equation. Meanwhile, a person who doesn't like math is not disciplined, but has the right systems, has the right inputs, and learns things bit by bit. Start slow, and with time, will learn the new things, will eventually reach this advanced equation, and he will be better than the person who likes math and tries to be disciplined because he has all the right inputs, the right systems to achieve that goal. These people who try to be disciplined, they're looking for hacks, they're looking for pills, diets, motivation, new program, training with no intent, and they blame genetics. And this is why they fail. And this is what I say a lot of times. You don't need discipline, you need a system that you can follow so you can achieve your goals. And what are inputs? Inputs, I'd say, is training, food quality, sleep, sun and environment, and consistency. These are the inputs, and if you get these right, you'll succeed eventually. And consistency is probably one of the most important things. Even if you're doing something wrong in the beginning, if you keep doing it and do little changes, get better bit by bit, eventually you'll get way better. And from the inputs, you have the processes, which are hormone production and regulation, cell repair, energy creation, and mood regulation. And depending on your inputs, it will influence the processes. And also, environment is very important when it comes for you to succeed with health, with fitness. Healthy and fit people try to manipulate their environment in the way that will help them, that will make everything easier for them. A good example would be healthy people will pick all the garbage, all the processed food at home and throw it in the garbage so they don't see it. Because if you have junk food around the home, you will eventually will eat it. It doesn't matter how disciplined, how motivated you are. You will eventually will binge eat because you see it every day. And these foods are designed to be addictive. So the best thing to do is to get rid of everything. And you don't even think about it. And I've seen this with me and with some clients. Also, we try to manipulate our environment so we don't have a lot of stress, so we can be in this calm, parasympathetic state that will help us recover, have a better input in the gym, be healthier, try to have as much sunlight as possible. All of these little things that will make the process better. And then you have the outputs, which are the things that we want: the energy, the strength, the muscle, the good hair, the libido, the longevity. And the outputs depend on the inputs. So if your inputs are not good, your outputs will not be good. And fit and healthy people think, what I have to do today that will help me achieve this goal tomorrow, here in a week, here in a month. Meanwhile, non-fit people try to look for the fastest thing. This fat loss tricks, these extreme diets to lose 5 kilograms in 1 month, and all of this bullshit, and that's why they fail. So, training. How fit people train? They do the same core movements for long periods of time. They try to get as strong as possible in them. They recover properly. If you follow these 3 rules, recover properly, try to get stronger, progressive overload over time, and do some exercises for a long period of time, you'll see results. And one rule here is that if you're not getting stronger, something is off. Especially if you're a beginner or intermediate, No matter what you do, you will see progress. And if in a month of training, you don't see progress in terms of your weights in the gym going up, or you're doing more reps, probably you have an input problem. So you have to think, what am I doing wrong that is not letting me progress with my training, or losing the weight, or getting rid of the acne, or it's affecting my digestion? Now, food. How fit people eat. Fit people eat real food, enough protein and fats, avoid seed oils and junk. If you follow these 3 rules, once again, you're doing better than most people. And then you have these little things that are more advanced, but always master the basics, and then you go for the more advanced things. Real foods are foods that contains no ingredients at all. It's just a single ingredient. For example, carrots, potatoes, meat, egg. They're just that thing. They don't have a list of things that will make it, right? For example, cereals. Cereals have sugar, wheat, coloring, seed oils, all of these things to make a cereal. So these things you have to avoid. Eat things that have one single ingredient, and that's it. And the thing is, your body is built from what you eat, and this is obvious. So you have to think about this. Is this food high in protein, high in saturated fats? Because saturated fats, the fats are very important when it comes to building your hormones. Is this food a single ingredient? If you ask these questions before eating, you'll do great. And you don't need to even worry that much about calorie consumption. Then recovery. How fit people recover? Sleep before midnight, get daily sun, lower stress. These are the basics when it comes to recovery. And then there's more advanced things like hot baths, micronutrients, all of these things. But if you get daily sun, you try to lower stress as much as possible, especially when the sun goes down, and you try to improve your sleep as best as possible, you'll feel more recovered, more energetic, better output in the gym. And one thing, no recovery, no progress. Advanced athletes, healthy people know that if today we don't sleep well or we lack the recovery, this will affect our next training session. And this can affect the upcoming week of training session. And sometimes you have to change the training because you didn't recover that well. And now, what not fit people do? This is the common mistakes. Program hopping. They cannot stick to a program for at least 2-3 months. They undereat. They try to do these diets and eating only chicken, like chicken breast with no fat, salads, broccoli, and that's why they fail. Because they're eating the wrong things, they're undereating, and eventually you're gonna burn out. They skip sleep. They don't take sleep that serious. They don't think about recovery. They think about training hard, but they forget about recovery. And recovery is not just for the muscles and strength, but also your health in general. Energy, mood, hormones, neurotransmitters. And they try to chase supplements. I've seen this a lot. People ask me, what are the best supplements? But their diet's not even set. They're not even training properly, and they're worrying about these hacks that will make them stronger in 1 month, faster than ever before, and all this bullshit. They change tactics and not inputs. This is important. If something is not working, they will try to change the tactics, not the inputs. For example, you have a training plan and you're doing it and something is not going well and you're not seeing that much progress. Probably it's not the training program, but it's an input problem. Are you sleeping well? Are you eating well? Are you training with intent? Do you have a good form? All of these things influences your progression. And as a beginner and early intermediate especially, whatever you do, like I said, you'll see progress. So probably is an input problem, not a tactic problem. So that's why I left a free guide down the second link in the description that will help you get started in this January. You'll have a program there, training program, a eating guide, suggestions that will help you eat real foods, help you get started with your fitness journey and getting healthier. Second link in the description. You just have to put your email, and if you're on your phone, when you put your email and name, press enter on the keyboard so you can go to the next step and get the free guide. And also you'll get an email with the free guide.